bad to run a... Is it bad to run a air diffuser all night? I'd like to know. Okay. Oof. Welcome to Morning Medley number 138. I don't know why I felt like I had to check that. Okay. I'm gonna start off with the signals. Oh man, is it crooked? I'm gonna start off with a signals medley, even if it is crooked. Hello, Ava. That's as good as we're gonna give it today. How's your guys' Monday? Hi, Sharon. Good morning, Cyber. What is cool weather, Ava? Is it cold? Oh, cloudy. That song's called Reflection Pool. It was a weirder version of Reflection Pool. Kid James named that song. Hello, Christian. Oh. Hey guys, my mom's on the stream. Hello, Bacon Boy. I haven't been here in a while. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bacon. Oh, I almost played, what's it called? I'll finish it now. I'll finish it now, though. Today's trash day, so it is going to be a little noisy on the stream. I apologize. I also have a hard out. I have a... I'll try to never say that term again. I have to leave. I have to leave at 10 today. Because I do have stuff that I have to get to, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to blast through the medley as fast as I can. Thanks for asking, Maddie. The garbage truck's actually stuck. Somebody behind it won't move, so it's gonna sound like that for a while. Yeah, good luck with your exam, Jordan. I forget that school is happening for anybody. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Hi, Enigma. I would say so, Cyber. Yes. me to hydrate. I say garbage day is the one thing that sucks about living in a cul-de-sac is there's and within the cul-de-sac there's like 15 garbage cans, and so it's not like the garbage truck passes. He like does this whole thing, and it takes a pretty long time. Um, where no Enigma, I did see that thread of jokes though. I do like that. I do like those jokes. Those jokes are really funny. But in making your joke, you did remind me to drink my water, so it wasn't all for nothing. There's a really nice piece, says Mance. Thank you, Mance. That was an improv based on a song called French Lavender, which was one of the quarantines, if you remember. song's called Double Lutz. I don't know why Diz is feeling strange though. And neither does Diz. But they've had edits. I hope you feel better, Diz. Also, thank you again, Cyber. I do really appreciate that. I'm going to count that as a birthday present, Cyber. My birthday is at some point this month. It's sometime this month. I am going to be streaming on my birthday. At least in the morning. I mean, I'm gonna be. There's a morning medley on my birthday this month. I know a lot of people have been doing like birthdays in Minecraft or a birthday party in Animal Crossing or whatever, but I don't play either one of those games, so I'm just gonna have my birthday here, I suppose. Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Gary. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was, I should say. Okay. This song's called Keyline. I don't know why I blocked your comment, Cyber, but Cyber was reminding everybody to like the video, or like the stream. If you could, thank you. people talk about migraines, it sounds really debilitating. And I don't know that I've ever had anything like that. That's that again is called key lime. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Uyo? Uyo? Or is it just Oohyo? That's such a mouthful. That song's called Catching Up. Also, thank you, Wildflowers, for making the trip over from Instagram. I appreciate it. I agree with you, Ava. I stopped accepting commissions altogether this year. subject, Ava, and is. Um, I usually walk, if I'm going to the store or if I'm going to get something to eat or if I'm going like buy a game or something. I usually walk. I take a lot of like public transportation. If I'm going somewhere pretty far, I'll usually take the subway. That song's called Into Thin Air, by the way. I usually take the subway, right? Um, that wasn't always the case. I used to live in Arizona. That was a little bit harder to do. It was harder to just walk everywhere, and there was no subway, right? So uh, that became more a bigger part of my life when I moved to Los Angeles. And I was thinking about neighborhoods recently because, like, I live in a neighborhood, but kind of like more of an urban neighborhood where it's more sprawly and you can get to the things you need to get to. I went to go drop something off at someone's house recently, and I like entered their neighborhood, and then I swear I was driving for a whole extra five minutes after I had entered the neighborhood. Like 5 to 10 minutes after I had entered the neighborhood. It was insane. And so I was like, if these people are home and they just want to like take a quick walk down to the store to get something to eat, get groceries, they kind of can't. It would take like an hour at the very least just to get to the nearest store and back. And I don't think I ever want to go back to living in an area like that. I enjoy walking too much. Anyways, that last song that I played was called Into Thin Air. Once again, this next song is called Over and Under. And then I'm going to go from Over and Under into Spring Street, just a heads up. Ava says, I am across the street from Taco John's. I don't want to die at the age of 40 from eating potato Lays every day. You know what's weird? I'm sorry. You know what's weird? I don't know what a Taco John's is. And I don't know what a potato Olay is, but I can just kind of take from context what all that stuff is, and it doesn't sound very good. Or good for you, I mean. Potato Olay. That's pretty funny. It's just Taco Bell, says Ava. Sleep schedule is destroyed. Why? What did you do, Cause? Okay, so Ava says a potato Olay is a tater tot, but thin, crispy, and with some seasoning on it. I mean, that sounds delicious. Nobody on the stream is having a normal sleep schedule. Maybe Cyber. Maybe it's just Cyber. Cyber and me. Ooh. Oh, I should always be going to that chord. Hold on. word does not fit in there, but I really like the way it sounds. Cyber says, I want you to know, Omni, you inspired me to try and make my own spicy chicken sandwich from scratch. I did curbside delivery to buy a bunch of groceries and ingredients. And guess what's missing? Chicken? Is chicken the thing that's missing, Cyber? Did you forget to buy chicken? Oh my god, please tell me I'm right. Please tell me you forgot to buy chicken. They are out of skinless and boneless chicken breast. Yes. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. Just make a bunch of breading. Just make the breading and like mix it with egg yolk and make it really thick and then just fry that. That's all popcorn chicken is anyway. There's no meat in that crap. It's all breading. Just make that and then put that between two slices of bread. I used to stay up real late until 3, says Diz. But one night, I just started sleeping around 12/1:30. Okay, so a little bit earlier. I think here's what happened. Pretty much from the time that I was 15, 16, I always had a job, right? I always had some type of structure, whether it was school or work. There was always something in my life that I was having to wake up for or go to sleep to get rest to be prepared for. Until somewhat recently, when I quit, I had a few jobs. Hi Neobo, welcome to the stream. I had a few jobs when I came here to Los Angeles. The first one, as a lot of you know, was IKEA. And I worked pretty long hours, and I didn't live close to IKEA, so I couldn't just sleep whenever I wanted to, unless I wanted to get fired. Right after I worked at IKEA, I worked at a place called, I worked for a company called Honest Tea. And for Honest Tea, I was a brand ambassador, but it required me to go into a lot of like, working inside of a Whole Foods, working inside of a Sprouts, you know. A lot of customer service stuff. And so, when I finally was able to quit that job and then start working on music, and it was more of like a salary kind of position / commissions, freelance, it became a little bit harder to have structure in my life, right? Because if I had like a tour that I had to prepare for, I would just cram and prepare for the tour for like 2 days, and then I would have like a week where I did nothing but like play video games and watch movies and hang out with my friends, which was good, but it was also bad because I didn't have any type of structure. So I wasn't sleeping or eating or working on music or practicing in any regular interval. In fact, in a lot of ways, this stream is kind of helping me instill some form of artificial structure, right, to piano playing. Because if I didn't have the stream, I can't guarantee that I would practice piano every day or even touch a keyboard every day. I mean, I still work on music. That's, functional. Like, I have to touch the keyboard to do that. This is more like an exercise, and it helps keep me from getting too rusty. But yeah, my sleep schedule is actually really nice now. I just go to bed. Going to bed feels good. Nothing feels better to me than going to bed without, like, being completely drowsy. Some people will wait until they're, like, nodding off on the couch to, like, get up and drag themselves to bed. I think I just, like, I look up at the clock and I'm like, it's like 10:30. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Also, I should say, I do wake up at 5:30 every morning. And it's like the whole, like, workout and meditation thing. It takes up most of my morning. So I can't exactly stay up until 3 a.m. and still be able to do these streams and, like, not look and feel like a piece of garbage. The lighting looks really nice in your room, says Diz. I feel like this is the lighting in my room pretty regularly. I feel like I'm a little fortunate in that, one, I live up, so I'm not on the first floor. I live pretty high up. Also, my apartment faces south. This window faces south, and there's a window right behind this phone that faces west. So I have this, like, pretty much from 7 a.m. to, I would say, no, earlier than that. Pretty much from like 5:30 a.m. to like 7:38 p.m. My room is like just flooded with light. It doesn't get very dark in my room. In fact, I bought like these blackout curtains to help with that. During the times that during the summer, when my room is like 110 degrees, it helps. But yeah, during these days, it is really nice. My room has really good lighting. In fact, I used to have a group of friends. I had a pretty large, like, friend gathering that would happen every week at my house. And there was a lot of girls that used to take selfies specifically in this chair from here because they said the lighting was really good. I didn't really understand that at the time because I don't take a lot of selfies, but I do now. It's something that I've only now understood. Ava says, I have to be up at 8:30 for my remote job, so we Gucci. What up? Okay. It's like a PBS show. The morning medley. I mean, the fact that it happens at the same time every morning, and the fact that it's very inoffensive in nature, I do feel like I'm on PBS. This next quick medley is going to be into Spring Street because I was actually supposed to go from over and under into Spring Street. Morning Melody is brought to you by Omni Boy. Is it? It is brought here for viewers like you. Thank you again, Cyber, for your $20. This isn't related, says Ava. But while I enjoy Gucci as slang, whenever I see somebody in real life or a celebrity wearing Gucci, I immediately assume they're mean. That's. Huh. Is there a clothing brand that I see somebody wear and I immediately assume that they are mean or at least unpleasant? That's so hard. Rick Owens, I guess. Does anybody know what Rick Owens are? If I see people wear Rick Owens, I just assume they're kind of annoying. Now, I don't treat them that way. I don't treat them like they're annoying. Unfortunately, everybody that I know that like religiously is into Rick Owens or just design or anything, it's kind of annoying. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Wow. Jordan, I'm gonna count that as a birthday present also. I can't do that. See, I automatically went into Hush Hour. This isn't the bridge of the song anymore. The bridge of the song is. There it is. If you're gonna throw money at clothes, at least have them be loud and fun. Gucci is the bane of my existence, says Ava. These are Ava's words. I feel like there's this thing with expensive clothing, right? Or fashion in general. If you're gonna wear a shirt that's like a white t-shirt that says name of brand on it, and that shirt is now, I don't know, $80. I feel like it's more about a statement of how much money you have than it is about how how good the shirt is because somebody could accomplish the same thing aesthetically with a Fruit of the Loom shirt. I have a pair of fake Yeezys. I can't even call them fake Yeezys because they don't even look like Yeezys, you know? That's how fake they are. They're like those crappy shoes you can get like in the fashion district. Ooh, I can play Gucci in a minute. I gotta finish this song though. Yeezy does the same thing, but at least they try to mix it up with the holes and weird cuts of clothing. So Yeezy is chill. Says Ava. Says Ava. These are not my words. I don't know if I like any designer thing. I think I appreciate them for what they are, I suppose, but I never see them as being worth the money that is attributed to them. I do spend money on things, you know. I spend quite a bit of money on things, but usually the thing has to like I spend a lot of money. Like this is where my money goes. Keyboards. I did buy like the phone sitting on my bed. I bought a new bed this year. No, last year. For the first time actually in my life, I've never bought a new bed. So I bought a new bed last year. I also bought a TV last year. But I'm still getting active use out of all of those things. I don't know. I guess I just don't care about clothes that much. Well, I do. I wear a lot of really nice button-ups, but none of them are designer. Okay. Speaking of Gucci, yes, I did make a song called Gucci. It's played lower than that, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. A lot of people that don't know the history behind the Gucci song thought that it was like in some way a reference to the Gucci clothing brand, which it was not. It was a reference to a remix that I made of a little pump song called Gucci Gang. I just ended up taking the vocals off and releasing it as its own instrumental. Jordan's been thrifting off eBay. Word up. I'm glad you like that song, cause has anybody ever gone on Amazon? Oh, has anybody been going on Amazon a lot recently, or is it just me? I haven't been going on Amazon at all actually recently. Granted, I'm not somebody that really uses Amazon that much. So here's the thing. I do have an Amazon Prime account. I think I order on average 3 things from Amazon a year. And one of to 2 of those things is usually just toilet paper. I usually order toilet paper in bulk. Before this whole thing happened and you could actually do it, I used to just order like a big thing of toilet paper and a big thing of paper towels, usually like once or twice a year, and that was all I needed because I don't have a family. But I was never really an Amazon shopper. The reason why I have an Amazon Prime account is because there are Amazon originals, like those TV shows that I like to see. I like to see. And so I really do it for the streaming. I don't really shop. I don't really do a lot of online shopping in general, actually. It's a good, maybe a good point to bring up. It's not that I hate Amazon, although I kind of do a little bit, but it's more so about like I just don't really do a lot of online shopping. I don't like online shopping. Anyways, they had Timberland boots once, and I caved and bought it so fast. So I'm a hypocrite, but they were 25 bucks. Oh, 25 bucks for Tim's? That's not bad. Jordan says, Omni have a lot of family in Arizona, but I've never been. I'm afraid of extreme heat. The tear. Wait, you have a lot of family in Arizona? Are you saying I have a lot of family in Arizona? Or are you saying we both have a lot of family in Arizona? Because I do have family in Arizona. But why would you go anyway? Unless you have family there. I've been avoiding Amazon on purpose. Yeah. Jeff Bezos doesn't need any more of my money. Sophia says, I'm the same. I've been going on Amazon at least 2 times a day just to look at things. Jesus Christ. Guys. Anyways, King Cake says I can't help myself. I bought a new drawing pen. Works a little bit better than the last one I lost. Well, I mean, that's different. You're an artist. You gotta have drawing pens, right? I don't know anything about art. I'm assuming you do. We both have family, and they always ask me why I don't go to Arizona, says Jordan. Okay, so have you ever been to Arizona, Jordan? Is that where you're from, or is it just that's where your family lives and you actually haven't been out there? Ooh, beautiful. Arizona seems like a nice place. Never been there, but it looks pretty. Alright. Alright. Yeah, that was old enough. Wow, good ear, cuz. My mom was born there, says Jordan, but she came to Cali. My family lives there still. I have family in Gilbert and Tucson. I also have family in Gilbert. I don't think I have any family in Tucson, Jordan, but I used to live in Tucson, so I guess that counts. If you're afraid to go to Arizona because of the extreme heat, just don't go when it's hot. Which, you know, I mean, that. I don't want it to sound like I'm oversimplifying things or like being rude, but yeah, just don't go when it's hot. Arizona has a very, very nice spring. Also, the winter. I would skip the winter. Go to Arizona in like February. Go in like February, March, April. February, March, April. Great. It's beautiful. There's a lot of outdoor malls in Arizona, which is pretty funny. I think there's just only outdoor malls in Arizona because Arizona doesn't have a proper winter. But there's a lot of open air walking malls in Arizona, which are really, really nice in the springtime, which can be, death in the summer, but just go during the spring. Also, I have to say, and this is more so to King Cake also, Arizona is pretty in photos. I mean, it's also pretty if you go there, but I think the point that I want to make about Arizona is very big. A lot of people that aren't from Arizona or have never been to Arizona think it's a lot smaller than it actually is. Now, this doesn't really apply to you, Jordan, because you live in California, where I live, which is far bigger than Arizona. But most people that are on the East Coast or something like that are like, oh, Arizona's so pretty, I've seen a big hole in the ground or a mountain. And I think that a lot of the nature photos that you see of Arizona and go, oh, it's gorgeous. A lot of those things are roughly like a 4 to 5 hour drive from a lot of Arizona proper, like where people are living, like Phoenix and Gilbert and stuff like that. So it can be pretty if you really like the color beige or tan. And there are certain things that maybe I took for granted about it, right? Arizona has a lot of mountains, um, which is just kind of a thing in the Southwest. But if you live, in Middle America or you live in like the Southeast, you're not seeing mountains everywhere. So maybe that will be interesting to you. But no, I would say if you would like the pictures of Arizona, you're going to have to fly into Arizona and then do a lot of driving to get there. But Phoenix and all that stuff, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't want to live there again, but um, there are way worse places to grow up, I would say. Jordan says, "Omni, you're born in Arizona." I was born in Arizona. Um, I like their iced tea, says Diz. That's really funny. Diz, you want to know a story about their iced tea? You're talking about the big boys, right? The big can? While I'm telling you this, I'm going to be playing the Witchy song. Arizona tea. Ooh, what? Um, Arizona iced tea is not from Arizona. It's from New York. The reason it's called Arizona tea is because Arizona tea is actually a thing. If you take, if you take like, have you ever brewed tea by putting it in the sun? Maybe not. Maybe you haven't done this. Pretty sure my mom used to do it actually. I can remember like a cylindrical glass container with a little tap on it. I can remember this as a kid, and I can remember it sitting out on the porch of our apartment building. And yeah, pretty sure she was making Arizona tea. Anyways, it's like tea that is brewed by the sun. Like if you take tea and you put it in the sun, it actually does. It gives it a different flavor. Now, would I say that Arizona tea in a can tastes anything like actual Arizona tea? No, it doesn't taste anything like Arizona tea. In the same way that beef patty in a McDonald's bun doesn't actually taste like beef. It's just something else. I don't know what's going on there. But it is really good tea. I mean, the canned stuff that you're talking about, I like Arizona iced tea too. But Arizona iced tea and Arizona iced tea are two very different things. And I think that the New York distributor of Arizona tea called it Arizona tea because it sounded cool and the can was decorated really colorfully and it was based on something. It is based on something. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if I go to a boba tea place. Sorry if you don't know what boba tea is. If I go to Starbucks. If I go to Starbucks and I order a green tea or a black tea and then I put a bunch of sugar in it, yes, this is tea that is now very, very sweet, but it is not sweet tea. It's like Southern sweet tea is a very different thing. It's like brewed different. Arizona tea is brewed by the sun, whereas Arizona tea in a can is brewed by machines. It's different. But I'm glad that you like that tea. I am also a fan of it. It's just really cheap. Honestly, if it was $2 for that can, or even $1.50, I wouldn't like it anymore. I'm a frugal person. King Cake says, I remember that as a kid, I'd always try to draw the cans of Arizona tea. I love the drink, even now. Aw, what a heartwarming story. I thought that's what mothers fed their children, says Diz. The lifeblood of all Arizonans. I would say the lifeblood of Arizonans is aloe juice. I don't know, aloe water. Oh, yeah, I would say aloe water. There's more aloe water, like, per capita, I feel like, in Arizona than any other place in the world, just because there's a lot of, like, the source, like, there's a lot of aloe in Arizona. And so, aloe water is, like, everywhere. In fact, I feel like when I moved to California, there is, like, this new kind of craze of people drinking aloe water. Like, oh, there's, like, coconut water and aloe water. Like, a lot of healthy, like, vegan types were drinking it. And I was like, that's so weird that that's new here because as a kid, I remember growing up and my mom drinking big jugs of aloe water. And I mean, I didn't like it as a kid, but I just think that's funny that it took so long for it to get to other places. Jordan says, Ami, do you like bursting popping boba? I do not. In fact, when I go to boba places, I don't like any topping that's not just regular boba. I don't like mini boba. I don't like grass jelly. I don't like lychee jelly. I don't like popping boba, unfortunately. I'm a very boring person. I'm sorry, Jordan. What's the deal with LaCroix? You know what's weird about LaCroix? I still call it whatever, I don't care. What's the deal with it? It's like, I don't know, flavored seltzer water at this point. I don't know what the deal is with it. People really like it. I can tell you that much. It's like fancy flavored water. My roommate is obsessed with popping boba, says Maddie. I'm sorry. I don't like boba pearls, but I do love apple jellies. I get that. Cause I actually understand that. Is it like flat soda that tastes bad? No. It's not like flat soda that tastes bad. It's like, imagine drinking a fizzy flavored water or a particularly bubbly diet fruit flavored Sprite. Um, it's whatever. I don't really love it, but I understand why people like it. Um, Try Pellegrino if you want a lighter soda that's refreshing and actually tastes good. Yikes. Shots from Ava at LaCroix. Yeah, I agree, though. Pellegrino does taste better. San Pellegrino's good. It's a little bit fancier, and I think it's more expensive, but it does taste better. I told my roommate that you can buy popping boba in containers at my favorite grocery store, and she bought one and would just eat it with a spoon. Interesting. That is love. Thank you, Enigma. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm gonna do a medley of pretty old songs, and then we're gonna crush it. Starting with Witchy, because Witchy is old. Omni, when was the first time you tried Amune? The first time I tried that, I was a sophomore in high school. I was taking J1, which was Japanese course. My school offered Japanese and French. I was taking them both at the same time. But in our Japanese class, ooh, oh my god, this song keeps evolving. Something that my Japanese teacher would do is she would test us, as most teachers do. And if you tested somebody and they did well, or if they did well in their dialogue or their monologue that they had to prepare, she would give you an option to choose credit points or a treat. And nobody would choose credit points, honestly, unless you were like failing the class. But if you chose treat, she would give you a random treat from Japan. Now that I live in LA, these things, I can just go to like freaking 7-Eleven and get ramen, or I can go to like 7-Eleven and get Pocky or Onpon or any of this stuff, even Calpico. But at the time, in Arizona, getting your hands on any Asian, but specifically Japanese treats was kind of weird and hard to do. You would have to go to like a special store that sold foreign goods at a wild upscaling of the price. Like the price would be like at least 3 times as much as it should be. And so that was the first time that I had it, was sophomore year in high school. She gave it to me, and I was obsessed with it because it was rare at the time. Now that I can have it whenever I want, I never want it. It's not good for me. I don't like it. Please send me on. Says the hate book. That's so, you know what's funny? I'll finish this song, but I'll talk about why that's funny. Whoa, Wildflowers, I remember you now. I just remembered you. I just remembered who you are. I apologize. Earlier I was pretending that I remembered you. I didn't remember who you are, but I just did remember you. Wildflowers from New York. I think you talking about New York. I remember now. I remember you talking. We had a conversation about the subway, maybe like 2 years ago on Instagram. Hmm. That's so cool. Wow, that's dope. I hope you're doing okay. That's really cool. Goodness. Anyways, the reason that that's funny, Ava, is because I can remember, yeah, having like Japanese snacks, having the J Cola, or having Pocky, or weird flavored Oreos, or weird flavored Kit Kats, or Anpan, or Ramune, or any of that stuff, was really really cool. It was like it was so hard to get your hands on. Um, it was so hard to get your hands on back then in Arizona. Back then, meaning when I lived in Arizona, and Arizona isn't exactly like a cultural hub for a bunch of different Asian things. Moving to California, for example, the area of Los Angeles that I live in, I'm I'm one of two black people on my entire block, and that isn't to say all the rest are white. All the rest are either Chinese, a few Vietnamese people, and then a few Mexican people. But by far and large, it's a lot of Chinese people. A lot of Chinese people. Um, and so there's just more Asian stuff here. And so all of the things that were pretty rare, like I said, I can go to 7-Eleven and all those things. Like I can go to 7-Eleven and get marble soda, or go to 7-Eleven and get like Pocky or Anpan. And so I don't even see them as being like foreign things. Every year there's a thing that happens here in downtown Los Angeles called Anime Expo, where a lot of weebs fly in from all over, and they all flip out at, some up-priced box of Pocky that's being sold in like the convention hall. And I'm always looking at this like $4 box of Pocky, and I'm like, yo, it's like 75 cents across the street in that 7-Eleven, but you guys don't know what LA is, so go for it and waste all your money. But yeah, I don't eat a lot of those treats like I used to. There's a few Japanese grocery stores here that I would just go in and like flip out on the chip aisle and the cereal aisle, and I'd buy everything. I still go now, but it's only to get Calpico. I really do like Calpico, or Calpis, as it's called in Japan. The Sakura Kit Kats were so good, says Ava. I brought a huge bag of them back with me, but they don't last long. I bet they don't. I bet they don't. This says, I've heard about this drink called Suntory Highball. Hey, I know that drink. It's not alcoholic, but it still has the flavor of whiskey. Yeah. I drank that. I drank that drink, Diz, because when I was, for my last day of tour in Japan, for the last day of my first tour in Japan, the group of people that I was hanging out with, that I still love to death, and we still have a line group chat, they bought a bunch of fireworks, and they took me to like 3 different stores. They took me to one store to get fireworks. They took me to another store to get takoyaki, and they took me to a third store to get beer. They were all buying alcohol, but I bought Suntory because I don't drink. And they took me to the river, and we just, oh man, there's video of it. In fact, if you look at the music video if you look up Omniboy, what song is it? Guys, help me. It's called Button Willow. If you look up the song Button Willow, the music video for it is of like my last week in Japan. And part of it is us doing like the firework thing when we like lit the fireworks next to the river. It was such a like movie-esque moment for me. Anyways, I'm saying all that to say, I drank the thing you're talking about, and it was disgusting. I mean, of course it was, right? When I found out about Asian snacks in middle school, I was all about mango jelly pudding. I was all about high chews. I'm always pretty optimistic about the new food, says King Cake. I try Japanese snacks are always interesting to me. Or they're pretty interesting. I hated kimchi though, says Ava, which made Korean restaurants a challenge. Ava, I actually used to hate kimchi, and then one day just something in me snapped and I liked it. I don't know what happened. People have talked about that a lot, like not liking a food and then just suddenly over a weekend they can't get enough of it. I actually like kimchi now. I don't love it, but if it's on the plate, I'll eat it. I just don't like pickled food. I felt guilty that I didn't like it. Yeah, pickled food I feel like is definitely an acquired taste. But the thing is, I love pickles. And once I started looking at, like, it was a mental block. It was psychological for me because I like pickles. And then when people were like, if you like pickled cucumber, why don't you like pickled cabbage? And I was like, oh, And I ate it, and it kind of tasted like a pickle. Enigma says, I found a Gatorade, a blue one, in the shop just now. They are hardly available in the UK. I tried it. It tastes of nothing. Yeah. Yeah, the blue one doesn't taste like anything. They didn't tell you that? Didn't you read the back? Didn't you read the back? It's supposed to taste like the ocean, Enigma. It's ocean flavored. Why are you drinking Gatorade? I'm joking. But yeah, it doesn't taste like anything. I would argue that several of Gatorade's flavors, and Powerade for that matter, actually don't have a taste. They just taste like salt water. I'm gonna get up the stream, says Wildflowers. Bye, Wildflowers. Thanks again for making the trip all the way over here. Jesus. Yeah. Something about saying the name Wildflowers spelled out, brought the memories back. Goodbye. Goodbye, though. Tastes like blue. Please go look at the Button Willow music video. Please go look at that music video. It's not going to make you as happy as it makes me, but that's one of the only music videos I've ever made that I look back on and it brings me joy because it reminds me of why all those people are important. It's not the same as blue juice, as Blue Drink says. It is. This is true. Great drink. Powerade tastes so fruity and bold, says Enigma. I haven't really been hitting the AIDS much. Oh, wow. Yeah, alright. Wow, that didn't sound bad in my head. It didn't sound bad in my head at all. But I haven't been hitting the Powerades and the Gatorades much. And the other AIDS that exists. There are others, Enigma. I haven't been hitting them that much. I think that the only reason I drink Powerade and Gatorade is because commercials. I don't know, Michael Jordan drinking it. I saw way too many of those ads as a kid of like Mia Hamm. You guys might not know who Mia Hamm is, or Jason Kidd. Also might not know who that is. I don't know who knows what anymore. But there would just be athletes, and they would be sweating Gatorade, and I was like, oh, if I want to be strong, I should probably drink this disgusting, expensive salt water. And so that's why I drink it. Also, I went to high school during the time where the government, local or federal, I don't remember, it took a lot of junk food out of the schools. So all of our soda machines were replaced with either water machines or Gatorade machines. So either you would pay $1.25 for a bottle of water or $1.25 for a bottle of Gatorade. And I was like, I'd rather at least have flavor, so let me drink the Gatorade. And so I think that, that had a lot to do with me drinking Gatorade instead of soda as a teen. I feel you, Ava, on the whole blue raspberry candy thing. Blue raspberry is a flavor that's really huge in America. Like a lot of our things kind of taste like it. Okay, I used to love Powerade as a child. McDonald's server. The blue one. Yeah, the blue one's always in the soda fountains for some reason. Is it good, says Ava? I don't know, but I can't taste this anywhere else, and that's something. The blue raspberry. The elusive blue raspberry. There's so much classic stuff I saved over the years, says Cyber. Literal time capsule. Same Diz. Same with the whole equating Gatorade with sports and health. I'll be honest, a lot of American edibles disappointed me when I went to New York. Gatorade, snow cones, Twizzlers. Oh, when you said edibles, I immediately thought of marijuana. So let me start your comment over again with context. When I went I'll be honest, when I went to America, a lot of American edibles, a lot of American treats, I'll say, snacks, disappointed me. Gatorade. Well, that's, okay, I'm gonna finish. Gatorade, snow cones, Twizzlers, bad stuffs, you say. Well, okay, let me back up. Gatorade, no one likes Gatorade. Okay, let me back off of that. People do like Gatorade. But I would say that you came to America and you ate all the bad things. That's what I would say, right? Because I, Enigma, somebody that actually enjoys American snacks, I don't like Gatorade. I think it tastes like salt water. I also don't like snow cones, depending on where you get them from. It's really just syrup and ice, right? I mean, there's not a lot going on there. But there are places that do, something special with them. Twizzlers, A Twizzler is nothing, is what a Twizzler is. A Twizzler is a stretchy piece of sugar. I don't know. I don't know who you were with, who your like snack tour guide was on American Snacks, but I feel like you just had a bad run. There are some good things here, but a lot of it is bad. It's not like you just had super bad luck. I mean, you needed like a guide, I guess. I still kind of like Twizzlers. I'm a gummy fanatic. Till the end, says King Cake. We only say that in reference to the weed. Yeah, what Diz said, Enigma. Whenever somebody says edible in the United States, it usually means marijuana. No one ever says edibles. Oh my god! Hey, Enigma, you live in the UK, right? What are those things called that are like, it's digestibles, right? Are they called digestibles? I could be wrong. What are they called? Please help me. Please help me. Because when I was in London, I remember the girl that I was with. She made my breakfast almost every morning, which I should probably thank her for now, like 5 years later. I should probably thank her for that. Again, I'm sure I thanked her at the time. Digestive biscuits, yeah, she gave me some of those. And I thought that the name was just the funniest thing. I think I laughed for like a whole 30 minutes about that. I was like, this is the dumbest name I've ever, digestive biscuits. It sounds like something from like a cyberpunk film. Like that's like, once the robots take over, that's what they feed humans. They just like, there's a little machine that spits out digestive biscuits, just to keep us alive. Jesus Christ. Sour Patches. I don't eat that much because of how much powdered sugar they have. Okay, alright, one more song. And you guys know what it's called, but I gotta get to news first because we can talk about candy for like another 2 hours. I do have a new song out called The View. Please listen to it. I worked really hard on it. Also, I played at every live show. Every live show I've performed for the past, I don't know, like 2 years, I've played that song. So please listen to it. If you haven't gotten the chance to see me live, this may be the only chance you get. I don't know. Also, I have an EP out. I have 2 of them. They're connected. And one of them is called Ego Death, and the other one is called Quick Breath. Wow, my body's tight today. I feel like a round fist. One's called Ego Death, the other one's called Quick Breath. You said you had a hard out at 10, right? Are you going to be late? Ooh, I had a message that, like, the thing that I was supposed to do at 10 got pushed back, so I probably should have said something about that. But I'll be okay. Thank you. I have an EP called Ego Death and another one called Quick Breath. Ego Death is very ambient in nature. I was actually going through some projects on my computer and realized that I have a lot of ambient projects that didn't make the cut to Ego Death. And I thought about maybe releasing like an Ego Death like director's cut or whatever you call it when you're a musician and not a movie director. But I also have another EP that's connected to that called Quick Breath. You can hear both of them on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube, which is where the Button Willow music video is. Please go watch the Button Willow music video. If you haven't heard my song Button Willow, maybe you'll like it. There's a chance you'll like it. But the music video has a lot of juicy references to my Japan tour, which I miss dearly. Also, my hair's getting a little long. Isn't that fun? I gotta get a haircut. Or I gotta cut my hair. Getting a haircut. I'm just gonna take some scissors to it like I usually do. As far as tour and all that stuff, yeah, there's no news on that. But we are in the new week. I haven't figured out the whole internet thing. I think it's a problem with my router. So today or tomorrow, I'm going to go and price new routers and see how realistic it is to just get one that'll be better for me. And maybe then, once I have that, maybe then I can start streaming, right? Maybe then I can actually start doing the not Twitch, the OBS stream. Because until I get faster internet, I'm just not going to be able to do the OBS thing. And I apologize to all of you for... Oh my god. I've been wanting to sneeze for like 2 hours now. Thank you. Hopefully I can get that all out. Ants nesting in router. Hey, Enigma, why is that a thing? I have seen so many videos of people in LA, like in the past week, that have been posting videos of their routers with like ants just like like exploding out of it. Like they'll shoot like compressed air into the router, and then like a bunch of ants like just start coming out of it. Why are ants living in routers? Why is that a thing? Why why is that a thing? I don't get it, but I've been seeing a lot of it. And it reminded me of bees. You know how like when bees like when they were killing that like killer wasp, the Japanese bees would like get on it and they would just like shake really fast and it would burn to death. It would like burn under the pressure. Is that what ants are trying to do to my internet connection? Who knows? I guess I'll find out later today. Um, you can't blame Ant for wanting internet. You're absolutely right, King Kid. Um, the stuff they spray the PCBs with is sweet and gets aromatic when warm. Whoa! That. What? Oh my god, that's awesome. I thought it was something way more simple. Like I don't know that it was warm and ants like warm. I don't even know if ants know what warm is, but that does make sense. You know what's funny? I my router sits in the sun, and I've gotten a little close to it. You know when I'm unplugging stuff, and I'm like, yo, this thing smells dope. And I always thought it was just the smell of the sweet, sweet smell of hot plastic. But yeah, I guess it's whatever they're spraying the baby with. They're spraying it with some ant attraction, some ant perfume. That's cool. Wow. So when the ants try to go in there and eat it, can they? Can they consume it? Or are the ants like confused and frustrated that there's no actual food for them? How do we know Cyber hasn't been an ant this whole time? It's funny. This song is called Hush Hour. It's the last song of the stream. The last song of this stream that has ran way too long. The song used to be the bridge of Spring Street, but I made it its own song while I was on tour. You're still drinking the blue stuff because you paid for it, Enigma. You paid for it. You can't waste money, right? You can't waste sweet, sweet Gatorade. Gatorade is dope. Gatorade? I gotta write that down. That's something. I'm gonna do something with that. Anyways, Maddie says since we talked about snacks today, everybody have a treat-filled Tuesday. I actually might, Maddie. I actually might. I'm going to the store today, and I do have some Calpis, so who knows? It'll be a treat for me. Everybody, thank you for being respectful to me and polite to each other. If my mom is still here, thank you, Mom, for being in the stream. I will now go work on the rest of this quarantine. I have to work on the rest of this quarantine because I have to get it up Guys, just to let you know, it's probably not going to be up. I'm saying this mostly to Maddie. I feel like this is directly to Maddie. It's not going to be up at noon like the other ones were. It's probably going to be up a little bit later in the day, but I'm going to make it on Tuesday. It's going to go up on Tuesday, I promise. It's just I'm burning the midnight oil trying to get this thing to work. So your patience is appreciated. Dark Rose says, Omni, I'm getting a kalimba to play your songs. Oh, beautiful. What song? All of them? I'm flattered, regardless. No matter what instrument you're using. Do you know what a malimba is? It's that. That's the sound of a malimba, by the way. I was saying if this keyboard had a kalimba um, sound effect, but it doesn't. So I guess just forget that I brought it up. I only have a malimba, whatever the heck that is. Oh. Oh, thanks, Mom. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for Morning Medley, number 139, at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Until then, everybody, take care of yourself, be safe. Also, I'm doing some stuff on my... I'm still being pretty active on my Instagram, so if you're on my Instagram story, no questionnaires, but there will be some stuff on there, some goodies and some treats. I'll see you all tomorrow. Abba. I wish I could end it remotely. Doody doody ba ba ba.